There we go. We are live. Let's see what we got going on here. Live. All right. Well, we'll see if we get anyone in here. Don't know if we are or not. Hey, Dave Larson, hello, oldies and goodies. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations on my birthday. Yeah, 55 in October. Cool, cool. We're going to try to figure out how to get a link up here. Yeah, right there. Copy that. I'm going to put it here. Oh, that's fine. That's on 2 channels. Cool. No, that's all right. That's cool. But thank you for coming up. I'm glad somebody's come up here. Just kind of hanging out. I'm waiting till gonna be on probably maybe till 9 o'clock tonight. My wife and I is going out to the movies. I'm gonna get some. Gonna go see. I'm not sure. She wants to see one, and I want to see a different one. So I'm not sure which one we're gonna end up going see, but I'm gonna go see something anyways. Kind of on the wrong camera here. I wanted to be on the other one, but just got the lights up in my room. Some new lights. And we're working on it slowly. I managed to get all my mowing done early today. My boss was really good to me. He gave me a short list. Get some of the equipment repairs done, upgrades and repairs done, maintenance. So that was good. Had a good day so far. Just didn't know if maybe some people come in and hang out. I'm glad that you guys have come up here. Thank you for that. If anyone wants to come up, the link is up there. I know there's other people that's on live right now too. Usually I'm on their channels. Well, come on, I'm live.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah. What a wife. I love you, honey. That's pretty good. I can't blow out the smoke out of the candle, but I can
You
smoke
can't eat
it.
these though,
I can smoke the candle.
but you can eat the pearls.
See what she brought me. There we go. Made me a cake. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, honey.
You like that?
I do.
You can't eat them though.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
They're not edible?
No.
Too much plastic.
Yeah.
I can't speak tonight.
Would you like
either.
a piece?
Yeah, I'd love a piece. Too
Okay.
many plastic. I can't say that word.
It
Isn't
said
that
I love you and happy birthday.
too much plasticizer in it? That's
Oh,
what I
I
was
love
trying to
those
say.
colors.
Ain't that looking good?
I said I don't have no candles. I said, give me a cigarette, Michael J.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's unique. I've never had that happen.
Are you upset?
No, I'm not upset.
Okay.
That's great. That's awesome. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. I'll get you a piece.
You blow the candles out. You get winded. Because you get winded with these things too. But that's cool. I never had that done before. All right, take it easy, oldies and goodies. I have a use the mower I have is it's a Toro zero turn. It's I got a smaller one. It's a 48 deck on it, but I need to have the smaller one because it just barely fits in a few places that I have to do. But it's a lot it's actually faster than the older one that I had, which was a Toro zero turn, and that was a 52 inch. But this one is a lot faster because the top speed on it's like 9 miles per hour. And I can mow, if it's dry, I can mow at that speed on a straight. Usually I don't run full tilt, but if I have to, I can. I like the zero turn. I wouldn't go back to a regular. I would not go back to a regular mower. It's zero turn is just so much faster, and they're pretty safe. I could put up the ROPS, but then I've got to remember. I'd have to remember not to go under anything low hanging. I've done that before. Forgot that the ROPS was up and caught a branch on a tree, and I'm doing a wheelie. I soon put the ROPS down. But if I had a real bad place I had to do, I would do that. Put it back up, and if it's a bad hill or something, bad angle. The one that I do one place I did today was I went a little further than I normally go with the mower. Usually the weed whack person that does the weed whacking, trimming stuff, he usually does that just by that little area over on the end there. But this place has got a pretty good steep bank. It's about like that. I had the wheels come off the ground twice. A little scary, but I'm getting used to it.
You better.
Getting used to what it will and will not do. Just kind of do that after 1,000 hours.
Who are you talking to?
I am talking to Dave Larson.
Oh. Hi.
Seems to be who's on right now. What is that? Yeah, just two of us. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Skaggs 36 walk behind. Yeah. I haven't had the. Well, yeah, you could walk behind them, but they had the old Toros I used
Like
back in the day. They were walk behind, or you could use the little sulky that was on behind it. And I used the sulky, and those are all right. But you feel everything on those. It drives right up through your back. That was with another company.
what time is it, Mike? What time's the movie start?
9:40 down.
Is it good?
Very good. Very good cake, honey. Yeah, I like to sit down lunch. I actually wanted to get they have one that's got the My Ride, and that's a full suspension. Everything is you sit and it's like riding on air. They tell me. Don't know. I haven't tried one. I'm almost tempted to trade. If it weren't for the fact that I need the 48-inch deck, I'd probably trade for the 60 they got. But maybe next year I'll just go ahead and get it right outright.
Is it that?
No, it's great. It's cool.
I didn't know what to do. I sat down.
Where'd you get them little golden nuggets?
Well, we had that gold contest,
Oh, yes.
so
Yeah,
I threw some on it. I wrote "I love you" and "Happy birthday."
I see. Love you too.
It's something different. I bet you never had that done before.
No, never.
How about a cigarette on the top of your cake? Did you like that?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I
Now.
said, I don't have no candles. Michael J goes, I said, give me that cigarette.
So, how many places did you do, Dave? Hmm?
What does he do? Landscape.
Well, he uses the Skaggs 36 walk behind. I just wonder how many places he does with that, or
Where's he from?
I'm not sure. Not sure where he's from.
Where's your phone, Mike? Probably in the truck, huh?
Probably is in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Excuse me.
Oh, that was you. Okay. 70 lawns.
Wow.
Wow, nice. Yep. It's a good Chicago suburbs. Yep. Nice. Nice. Very nice. That's yeah, I had
Good money.
there is money in it, and there is upkeep in it too. But that's with anything. I have, what is it now? I have 12 of my own. 12 of my own accounts that I do, but I also work for a landscaping outfit, and I do 5 days a week for him, and then I slide mine in on the evenings or
Weekends.
if I don't get to do them on the weekdays. So I get a regular paycheck there, and then I get my better paycheck when I do mine. But I use my own equipment for all of them, for all the accounts, whether it's the person I work for or for my own accounts. Just because I know when I go out with my equipment that 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to have a problem. Actually, I've had no problems with it really, other than routine maintenance, have to change blades, belts, that sort of thing, because they do wear out, they do get stretched. Breakdowns, the only breakdowns that I've had, which was kind of a bummer this year, was I had 5 tubes go to heck on the front tires. And what I found out was, or what I surmise is, somebody was being wise and letting enough air out of the front tires so that they were still up, but they were not tight, not solid. They were slack, and that was just enough to let the tube slip, and then eventually it cut the valve stem. So I fixed that solution. I got a solution for that. I actually am still running tube tires right now, the 5th ones. There's my wife over there. Let's turn that a little bit so she gets into it too.
Hi, everyone.
Pizza place. Wow, that's cool. Yep. I'm pretty happy with just doing the mowing, and in the wintertime I do snow removal. So I do pretty good with that. The only bad things right now for me is fall and spring. That's when not much money comes in. But hopefully this will take off eventually at some point, this channel, and when I get the time that I'm not working, I can actually do some videos, do some editing on videos. I have videos that I haven't posted yet because I haven't had time to edit them with work and everything. Once it slows down in another week or 2 here, probably I'll be able to start doing that. We have some from gold prospecting this year, and I got some just riding out in the country. Things I just thought that might be interesting for people to see or whatever up here in Maine. But I'm looking into coming up with some merchandise and putting that out there for sale. Because it's going to take a while to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's going to take a while to get 4,000 view hours. And they're saying that the money It's decent on here, but it's not. You know, I think what some of the other people I know are doing is probably with the merchandise and stuff. That's probably going to bring in money a little quicker than waiting for ad stuff and all that. But I'll probably get some videos in of dumpster diving. And thank you. You too. And hopefully this coming spring, I'll be able to have what I need to do the maple syrup again in a better way. I have a new filing cabinet, and I'm just waiting to get a hold of some stainless steel and somebody that can weld up some pans for it. Actually, weld the whole pan from the top and have the drawer off valves on it, so I don't have to dump the pans. You can get burned real easy dumping the pans. It makes it a lot harder work than it has to be. So I ended up with I think 4.5 gallons last year of finished syrup. And it's going to get worse. I was afraid of that. That's why. Hopefully, I'll still be able to do the. No, there's nothing like the syrup. But hopefully, I'll be able to do the merchandise on another thing and just link to it here or whatever. You have a link up, and somebody who wants to go look and check it out, they can buy it if they want it. Get some ideas, good ideas. There's a few things I'm thinking of kicking around in my head there of actually making myself. And of course, the other thing I do is
Painting.
I do landscape painting, both with oil and also with acrylics. More acrylics than oil, but I'm getting into trying the oils too. I'm going to get into that this fall and winter during my slow time, and probably some ice fishing videos, because that's one thing I love to do, ice fish. I had a few up last year. I got one had a good day last year that I went out. It was about the only year I did get out. About the only time we did get out, wasn't it? No, we got out twice last year.
Yeah. Was the cake moist?
The cake was great.
Nice.
Um,
Well, I'm going back in.
yeah, they have made things a little difficult. YouTube has. I know some other people that have channels that's way further ahead than my channel is, but they've lost their comments. Started with that. And then some of their videos got demonetized. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Probably something along the lines of they're clamping down on diesel trucks now too. The government is. So you can't delete them now, I guess. Not allowing anyone to delete anything anymore. Yeah, the syrup does bring fairly good price. I made just enough to to have myself, but with the better system, better pan, where I can just pour it off once it's. What I was doing was I was running two little roaster pans from Walmart on top of the setup that I had. It's in the video. Well, it's all right, but you have to take. Oh, wow. You have to take the pan off when it gets to 218, 17, 217, 218 degrees and holds for a while because it's 219 where it turns to syrup. So usually I'll stop it just before it becomes syrup, and I'll draw it off and take and finish it in the house. It's just even more even heat, and it's easier not to have it burn up or go bad on you. So with this, I'll be able to just draw it off by turning a valve and collecting it, and then you get the same time you got another valve open with the new syrup dripping in or coming in. So with the sap coming in to get boiled off. So you just keep plugging it. I think you're tired, huh?
Oh, am I? But yeah.
You're snoring.
Oops. Sorry, I made that.
I'm boring her, probably boring everybody more than ever.
No, I'm not boring. It was just a little snore.
Well, they're taking any away for any reason. Wow.
How many people were on?
They want. That's terrible.
Does it say how many people want to be on?
Well, maybe. There are other live shows out there right now. Though. A couple of them that I usually hang out with. Yes, I do have videos up on making the syrup. At least I think there's like 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. Yeah, I had a makeshift little sugar shack that was really just all it was I took a easy up frame. Yeah, she is comfortable.
Hi.
She loves that rocking chair. We're actually fixing that rocking chair to give away to someone, a friend of hers that's just had a baby, and we're in the process of putting new cloth on it to cover it, new covering. So it has the John Deere covering and John Deere colors. And then probably give it a little bit of Formby's wood refinishing and clean it up, and I'll probably do a video on it. I might just do a video on it, before and after video, or even do one while I'm doing it. Just see me make mistakes. No, I've got a good idea of what to do with it. It's just getting around and doing it. And it should come out okay. I've done a chair or 2 before. And the syrup, I really want to get in. I really want to do some more this spring, next spring. It was enjoyable. Oh yeah, it drives my wife nuts, but I sometimes sleep drive.
Well, who wouldn't?
Do I go off the road?
No, you're a very good sleep driver.
I kind of sleep with one eye open and one shut, and just keep driving right straight down the road. I don't recommend anyone do it. It's just kind of a.
Safe spot.
It's just kind of. It's just kind of a weird thing. I don't know. I'm aware of where I'm at on the road, what's going on, but I'm kind of at the same time catnapping. Kind of. It's not like I'm really asleep, but. Yeah, it can be a problem to fall asleep when driving. I've fallen asleep mowing, and I don't know how long I was doing it. I wasn't doing it long because it didn't mess up the lawn or anything, or really hurt the fence. And I didn't get into it hard. I just was up against a chain link fence, and it was I was kind of rocking back and forth a little bit. And then I come to and realize, oh, this isn't good. They probably got that on video. Because the place did have security cameras around, so I'm sure they saw me doze off. It was real hot that day, though. I've got to give myself a little bit of a plug there. It was like 90 degrees, and the humidity was right up there too. A perfect day for just laying out in the sun, with sun lotion on, and getting a nice tan.
Scissors.
What are you gonna do?
Scratch my shoulder.
Well, here, use this. It's better for scratching your shoulder. Yeah. Use that. Works better. Works much better.
You might be a redneck if
Oh my. That had to have hurt.
what's that?
He drove over a 40-foot tall light on the side of the highway, snapped it right off.
Wow.
I backed into one of those plowing this past winter. Well, actually, it was the cement. It was in the parking lot, and it was the cement that holds the light pole, and it didn't move. My bumper did, though. Mounted it, bent it right up good.
I spun it right up like an accordion.
And then I had a slip on ice too, backing up. Slid right into an oak tree, and the oak tree didn't move either, and that got my tailgate because it was it came down on an angle like that, and just backed into it like that. So I have a new bumper. Yeah, well, yes, thanks. Yeah, that's good. Airbags are a good thing. Yeah. I'm surprised that mine haven't gone off. I had something fall down. I had a drink fall down under my foot. And I reached down to get the darn thing, went in the ditch, bounced off 2 big rocks, and busted the spring on my trailer, and got stopped and got out, looked things over, and got back in, drove out of the ditch, and drove on. But I ended up breaking the spring snapping the spring on the trailer. That was what got the worst of it. The truck kind of just drove right up over them. Apparently with no damage, and the airbags didn't go off, which was good. I wasn't going real fast anyways, but I had slowed right down. But I'm not going to do that again. I'll just open the door and kick the thing out. Go buy another one. Or I'll let my wife get after it. Did have people behind that was coming up behind, so I didn't want to do anything
Get your chair
sudden.
out from beside the wall.
Huh?
Pull your chair out.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want you to look at it.
No, I don't want to either.
It's like, no,
I don't know how it got over that far. Anyway.
I did it. It's,
Oh my. Yeah. Plowing your driveway, yeah. Well, if I'm gonna connect with anyone, I hope it's because I'm plowing my driveway. Not because I'm out and about doing driveways, but it don't matter. I mean, I got full coverage anyways. But really don't want to use it. Rather not.
what?
Back into any cars. Or
Oh, yeah. You're good at it, but no.
I'm good at backing in the car. I've never backed into a car. Why?
Oh,
No, yes, I
wait a
did.
minute.
Yes, I did. I did. But it really wasn't all my fault. They came in there 30, 40 miles an hour. They weren't there, and then they were there. That wasn't plowing, though. That was just at the convenience store. I guess they was in a hurry to get gas. But I did have, I had a rock not come out of the chute side of the mower. It came out on the other, from underneath the other side, which is almost never happens. And dinged the guy's window and busted it out the back window of his truck. And he was up one side of me and down the other side of me. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. Wait. We'll get it fixed. Just give me 5 minutes here. I'll call the boss and put him right. I'll put him right on the phone with you, and you can get all the information from him, and he'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. And he calmed down after that. And he did. My boss did. He took care of it and got the guy's window fixed, and it was all good to go. But I thought he was just about ready to. When he first got out of his truck, he was ready to jump right down my throat. I hadn't even realized that I'd done it. I didn't even hear the rock go. But most of the time, you'll hear it if you hit a rock. But this must have been just. It wasn't. I don't even think it was a big grunt. It was just the right size pebble, and it hit just the right way and shattered that back window. But it's funny some of the things you see out there though. When you're out, if you're yeah. It's getting better though. Now they got the backup cameras. At least with those, you've got a clear view of what's going on behind you. I've yet to get one, but I'm considering getting one put in. If I get a new vehicle, then it'll probably be on it anyway. But, I think it's worth the investment. Probably something I'm going to get before winter, before I actually get plowing. And I'm looking at the wrong camera again. See, I got two cameras on that. I got the camera that's on the laptop, and then I've got another Logitech camera that's plugged in on the USB. And I actually have a third because I sometimes run SnapCam, which is an app, and you can do crazy things with that. I don't know if it'll just pop up here. Let's see. Don't get alarmed. That might look funny. Nope, it's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope, there we go. What we get? What's the app? Oh, it's the ice. It's the Cyclops. No, it ain't. There we go. There we go. We're on the regular cam. Well, I'm on SnapCam, but I don't have it. Let's see, SnapCam. No backup cams, no cell phones. If you'd have told me back then that in the future I'd be sitting, if you told me that I'd be sitting on a lake and talking to somebody on the phone, I'd say he was nuts. But it's come a long way. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of different developments, a lot of technology, new stuff in 59 years. Let's see. I won't go anything too crazy. I'll put the fire on my head. Fire crown. That's some of the stuff that SnapCam does. Yeah, you can. There's all kinds of different things. It's a nice little app, SnapCam. But we'll just go back to the regular camera. I unfortunately can't go on the other camera right at the moment because SnapCam is using the one that's on the laptop. It defaults to the one that's on the laptop. You probably can change it. I don't know. I haven't played with it a lot. Sure going to try, see what more I can do with it. Maybe even I'll make a crazy one, a crazy little filter in the future. But I got a nice video up there of a moose too when we come up on the road, and I had taken my mother out after when we took Mom out? Was it after her birthday?
After her birthday.
Yeah, it was just after her 90th birthday. We took her for a ride on the paper company roads. There's a lot of them up here in the western and northern part of the state. Um, about well, the closest one's probably 35, 40 miles from my house, from our house. And we took my mother out for a drive, and that was the first time that she'd ever seen a moose. She loved it. It was pretty cool. I come around the corner, and there it was, right in the road. So I got videos of that. I've got some older ones that I took that I might put up too, long before I even had the channel. But a lot of garden tractor, mini garden tractor pulling. The person I worked for in landscaping and in the mowing business, his son pulls, and his son and daughter actually, and they've been pulling for ever since I started working there. I've been working with him for 8 years, and they've been pulling. So it started with his son, and then his daughter started when she was 5. Hey, honey, go see what's going on.
What is it?
The dog's barking.
What dog?
You don't hear it? I don't know if they're playing with the dog or what. If they're not, then you need to know what's going on.
Okay. They're playing with the dog.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
playing with the dog.
they're playing with the dog. That's what it is. Yeah, roommates. They're good help, and they got a good dog, real good dog. I got a video up of their dog. Because when you take the dog for a ride, the dog's name is Xena. She would say, "I love you, I love you." It's she's like talking. It's really pretty cool. I got a video of that. You have to watch it all, yeah, or you can fast forward towards the end of it. It takes most of the way home for her to get worked up enough that she actually does that. Excuse me. Fighting a bit of fighting not a cold, COPD flare up, and smoking don't help me. It's not a good habit, but one that I do have anyways, and got pneumonia too, I think. I just don't think they want to tell me that I have pneumonia. Let's see, there we go. There's the camera on the computer itself. It's not under SnapCam's control anymore. Paste it again. Well, there's 3 in here. Who is the other person? It says 3. Huh. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Dogs are awesome. I love dogs. Got cats too. Um, and they can be good. They can be good. Um, it took 3 cats to finally get one that's a good mouser. We got a good mouser now. One out of the third cat that we got. She's done her job well. Mouse free. I had a smart mouse. Oh, this mouse is something else. I had a mouse. This was 4 or 5 years ago, I think, if I recall correctly. But anyway, this mouse was smart. We took all the pots and pans out from under the stove, put in decon in the bottom of the stove for this mouse, so it could do its thing and leave us. No, that was we had a flash flood warning the other night, and I was on another stream, and I forgot to change that this when I came up. There wasn't really not any flooding where I'm at. It did rain a lot. It rained real hard, and we got a little bit of rain again last night. It was the night before last, and thunder and lightning bad, but no flooding right here. There may have been in the other areas in the state. I'm not sure, but we was just under the warning of the possibility. I haven't noticed anything out and about today that would indicate that anything did flood. But back to the mouse. So we put the decon in under there, and that mouse took that decon, carried it up in his, I imagine, in his mouth and his jaw or whatever, carried it up and into the cupboard, went, yeah, the stove mouse. That's what he took the decon, he took it up in the cupboard, and he went into a box of elbow macaroni, and he buried that decon in that macaroni. It's like, hey, you're going to poison me, I'm going to poison you. And it took that mouse stayed with us till just about last spring. I'm going to say it had to have been the same mouse, but maybe not, but I think it was. And when we got this third cat got it because there's no more droppings, there's no more noises, there's no more mouse that I can see anywhere. The refrigerator went bad, and it's a good thing it went bad because rather than have somebody come out and try to repair it, I wanted a new one anyway, so I replaced the refrigerator just a month and a half ago. And apparently that mouse or his buddies or something had chewed the wiring in there, and it was bare wires in back of that refrigerator. So I'm glad it went to pieces because it could have started a fire. And I'll scrap that out. I'll get that outside right now. I've got some metal. I got too much metal because they won't let you keep metal. The state and the town won't let you keep metal around. So it's got to go, and it's going to have to go before winter. I've got a little bit that I've got piled up, hidden, and I got to get rid of it before winter. I'll take the refrigerator in too. I won't probably get too much, but there's no more keeping it until the price of metal goes up. There's no more doing that. It's just another thing that it's hurting the little guy. Yeah, a squirrel. They like the wires too. Them squirrels do. They like the insulation. Not so much the wire, but the insulation on it. 5 acres is nice though. I've got, I think it's just under half an acre here, and taxes here are a little on the high side, but they did go down this year. That was good. They had the strangest thing that's been in here. We had a weasel. Had a weasel in the bedroom about 4 years ago. And the only thing is I can think of is because of the dogs and animals that we had. The cats, their food. It's probably the attractant for mice, and probably mice are the attractant for the weasel. And he was in here, and I went in my bedroom and come around the side of the bed, and there's this little gray thing with two beady eyes looking up at me, and it was a weasel. So I hollered to the other guy that's not here, not the person that's here now, that's been helping me with the work and stuff, but another person, that a friend of my wife's husband. They do out there, yeah. I don't know if they do that here. That'd be great. I have to check that out. Around here, it's scrap metal yard. You take it in for scrap, or you take it in, but then they charge you because of the freon and stuff. But thankfully, that's the reason why the refrigerator stopped working. There was no freon in it anyway. And it probably could have been just recharged, but like I said, with those wires that bare, it's a good thing that we didn't go that route. So I'll be able to just take it in because there's already no freon in it. The only thing I got to take out is the compressor, and I'll take that out anyways. Take it out. I'll drill a hole, drain it into a container so I can dispose of that properly. And then you cut it all the way around, and there's actually copper in there that you can take out too. And the metal, you just throw it in the metal, and the copper goes with the copper. And you get a little bit more money out of it that way. But yeah. You hang on a minute. I gotta. How did I catch the weasel? I got my friend involved. He got on one side. It was underneath my computer desk, and he got on. The other guy got on one side, and I got on the other. And we both had gloves on, and he kind of shot him over my way. I got a hold of the weasel's tail, and I started pulling. Just about that time, the other guy got a hold of the weasel's head, but we're both pulling in two different directions. And I don't blame the weasel one bit, but he bit the heck out of the other guy. He had to have stitches. He had to go have shots, and they put 3 stitches in his hand, which that's not funny, but then again, I mean, yeah, he had to have the rabies shot. And he says, "Yeah, see what the trouble you get me into." And I don't know. The weasel took off, ran down. I think he ran down Sullivan, and then probably went up because I never saw the weasel after that. I think he got out of the house and made for the woods. But I've heard that they're actually having a weasel in the house it's not a bad thing. It's a good luck thing. My wife's, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, they had a weasel in their house this spring, and it mostly stayed in the cellar. But it came up and visited with them actually, and it was quite nice. It didn't bother them, and it just came and went on its own accord. And they kind of made a pet out of it. But that's the neat things with that you sometimes get with the wildlife around. They live a little bit further north of where I am. And it's only like 15 minutes, 20 minutes from where I live, but they're even more in the country, a little bit more in the country than I am. There's not as many houses around them as there is around where I am, where I live. Where I live. Where I lived when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of houses. It was there's our house, this house that I'm in, and right next door was my grandmother's house, grandfather's house, and there was big farmhouse across the road, and on the uphill side of this house, this way, going up the road there, on the same side, there was another house, and another house besides that, and then there was another farmhouse up on the left, probably 4 or 5 houses up from that. And the rest of it was pretty much farmland. It was dairy farm across the road that had, and it was my father actually worked for him before I was born. And when I was just real young, a little while after I was born, and he delivered milk. My dad did back then. But it was all farmland and woods. Now it's a whole development of houses across there. They got like 4 or 5 streets that goes streets back on that field. The barn had to have been. He had to have worked for him doing milk probably when I was 3, because I was 4 or 5 when that barn that was across the road and up the road a ways, just not too far, actually caught fire and burnt. I wasn't feeling well. I want to say I was 5, 4.5, 5. I wasn't feeling well. I was laying on my mother's shoulder, across my mother's shoulder, like this, with my head looking over her back. And she was sitting in the rock, and I was looking out the window. And all of a sudden, the barn was L-shaped. After the milk, you had the milking parlor, you had the sales area in the front, or the milking area in the front, where they package it and whatnot. And then off of the milking, you went into the L shape, and that's where the side where we was, I think, is where they stored the hay, and I think the other side is where they brought the cows in for milking, or into the stalls and whatnot. And it was aluminum roofing on the sides of the barn. It was a pole barn. The L-shaped part of it was. And I was laying on over there looking out the window, and the side of that whole barn just turned orange and burst into flames. And I said to Mom, I says, Mom, Billy's barn's on fire. And they said, what? They looked out, sure enough, yeah, it was burning. My father and stepfather at the same time was out in town, and they was at a fire out there, looking at a fire that was going on out there. The woolen mill, I think it was woolen mill, was on fire right in town, and they had seen the flames. They went out to see what was going on. Well, they started coming back, and they couldn't get back. They couldn't come up the road from town. They had to end up going back into Waterville, which is the town next door, next town down, next city now, but it's town, and come along the backside, the back way, and you come up over the hill here to get here. And I guess that night there was another town a few miles away that also had a fire at the same. So there's 3 fires in the area going at the same times. There's a lot of equipment coming from different places. That a lot of mutual aid going on, but back then it was. And not. They don't have the equipment. They didn't have the equipment then that they do now. And at the time of that fire, I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't. There wasn't even city water out here. It was all well water, so they had to. There was a fire pond up the road further and towards town that they had to. They had to shuttle water from that, some of it, and the rest of it they got from at the bottom of this hill here. There's a brook, and they get the water out of there, and they were shuttling water that way with tankers. So it pretty much took the barn out, and it ended the guy's business. And I think it probably ended my father driving milk truck for him. It did, or I think it did. I think that's what ended his driving milk truck. And then he got on the railroad. Yes, they sure are. Yeah. I got a video up of a barn that's not far from here that burnt, and I titled it uh, 10 minutes after, because 10 minutes after the fire trucks went by, and they got a good response time from the fire department to where I live. They're usually only 4 to 5 minutes for them to get here. Give or take. And 10 minutes after they went by, I got to where it was, and the whole thing was just gone. I mean, it was just a ball of flame. It's on, yeah, I have it posted. It's on there. You can check that out too if you like. That's before I get into trying to get into the editing stuff. I'm learning this. This is all new. So it's raw. It's pretty much raw video, but you get to see me leave the driveway and go after, and you see it when I go down the hill. But anyway, that one went fast, and I guess what it was, they were storing hay. Not that they have any animals of their own, but they did store hay. Yeah, you Dizzy's great. I've met you, Dizzy. I went to his party this year. Was you at the party? He had his 50th birthday party this year. Wonderful time. Wonderful time. Wonderful fella. I love Dizzy and Hazy Days. I don't know if you know him or not. Yeah, Worcester's got a good, they have a good thing. I'm not even close to in with the fire department here as Dizzy is, but perhaps in the future I might be. I almost was on a department up here. Not in my town, not near my town. I was almost on, I almost got on the West Forks Fire Department. No, no, that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, it is, I like going. I like to, give them support. I've done some of the stuff that Dizzy, from watching him, I got the ideas. And I've taken some coffee in and some donuts in. And they've been out here a lot. They've been out here with myself, and they've been out here assisting my wife too. So it's just kind of a way to give back. So I did. I brought some donuts and coffee, and I'll probably do it again sometime this coming month. Thought I had video of doing it, but sometimes things don't work out that well. I had somebody else running my phone camera, which is what I have right now, and it does good video. It does all right, but they just weren't familiar with the phone. It didn't come out right, so it didn't get posted. But they did get their donuts and coffee, and that was all that really was important. But maybe in the future, oh no, I don't. Oh, that's awful. I don't like. I don't like a thief. I don't like thieves. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Dave. Yes, there's a video up of the party. I actually got video of Hazy Days with his get up that he had on. You have to see it. It's I'm not gonna give it away because you just really have to just see it. It's funny. Um, well, okay, I'll give a hint. It's he put on a thong, but anyway, over his pants. But it was kind of funny. And oh, I'm trying to think who else. Drive Shaft Drew. He's got video up of the party. Um, I'm not sure if Jimmy C has any up of the party yet. I think he has some video footage of it. Jimmy C and friends. They're all great people. I've met them. Um, but I would say start with Drive Shaft Drew. He's probably got the most videos up of it. Joe DIY. Hey, Captain. How's it going? Come on up if you want. Let me get let me put the link in again here so you don't have to go looking for it. Yeah, there we go. You're welcome to come on up. I'm going to be on a little bit longer, not too much. Oh, you're on another panel. Okay, no, not a problem. Cool. I was going to be over. I might know where you're at over there. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I know other people are on. Um, yeah, drive shaft. Yeah, Drew's great. Yep. Real and yeah, yeah. He's got good videos up at the party. He's got a whole series of them. Um, yeah. Um, he's also got good videos of his, other things too. I enjoy it, and I enjoy talking with him. Yeah, Captain Jerks everywhere. Yeah, another great person too. Yeah, some good people. I had a wonderful time at that party. I actually I took him a little bit of celebration stuff down there too. Um, did some of the pyrotechnic stuff for him. Oh, extra. That that was my contribution somewhat. And Hazy Days. I don't know if you know him or not. If you don't, he's a good one to check out. He's got great music. Love his music. Love his live shows. He's on Sundays after we all joke around it's the after show, but he's the main. He says no, I'm the main event because Dizzy says he's the main event. But it's all family. It's good, like family. Always thinking of them when I'm not on live with them or watching one, and even watching their videos. I'm thinking, well, what are they doing right now? You know, it is like extended family. It's good. It's really good. It's good to meet and connect with other people and everything. Um, hey, thank you for keeping me company. I appreciate it. I'm probably going to be ending it shortly, anyways, because we got to get going to the movies. I think we've narrowed it down to one movie, not two. I think we're going to go see Rambo 2, my wife and I. So, yeah, you take care. And I think I'm probably going to end on this note. I'm going to definitely check out your channel. I think I might be. I don't know if I'm subscribed or not to you, but I'm going to check it out anyway and see if I am or not. But you have a good evening. I hope you can heal with that. Like I said, I hate a thief. Yeah, okay. You have a good time. And maybe I'll catch you again. Huh? Night now. And with that, everybody, it's time to end the broadcast, I do believe. No content, just watch. Okay, well, cool. All right, that's great too. You have a great evening, Dave. And we'll catch you again, maybe. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get going, take my wife out, and see that movie. Maybe I'll come back and give my take on what it was like. All right, thank you. Peace out. Yes.